Okay. Yeah, found that one. All right. Well, if anybody was watching, they would see 3 series of ads. That's kind of annoying. Never mind. All right, we got live chat selected. That's selected. We're good. We're good. We're fine. We're fine. There's no problem. There's no problem at all. We're fine. Okay. All right. What if I could actually get something done? So the theory was that compute shaders might be the answer to my problem. I can't do everything in a fragment shader and a compute shader because I can't share the image between the two. One of them requires a very specific format. They both do. Hey, my camera's not on. What's going on here? What is going on? There we go. That should do it. Interestingly, my overlay still thinks I'm in ads. I wonder if it'll eventually turn off. Might need to kill that and restart it too. Oh no, maybe. We'll give it another minute. So many ads for a 0 viewer stream. Joke's on you, Twitch. Joke's on you. Okay. Let's get organized here. Let's get organized. Let's do some organization. And I should do a Rust up update. I haven't done that in weeks. Weeks, damn it. I doubt if I'm even running Bivy 15.2. I bet I'm still in 15.1. Let's have a look here. Oh, wow. Am I in the wrong directory? Excuse me. Leafing input managers at 16, asset loaders at 22, Bevy is at 15, but I bet it's not going to be 15.2. You'd think it would pick up the next version. You would think that, wouldn't you? You'd think that. We could build it and see which version we get. Rust up still grinding away. Okay, so what happens when I try to build it? Which versions do I get of everything? I could do a cargo clean for that matter. We'll gradually work our way through the packages. Till we get to the Bevy ones. Reflect 15.1, yeah. cargo update, whatever. 15.1. All right. Well, let's kill that. And probably the easiest way to do it would be just to specify, right? You would think so. You would think that very thing. And you would be right, I do believe. So, yeah, I was talking to people about maybe using the compute shader for both sides of the problem. That means that I'm going to need to convert this fragment shader here, compute shader. And I did start that with the help of an LLM just to look at how it could translate. I think it was this one. Yeah, possible compute shader approach to replacing the fragment shader doesn't fit the render to image, fix the render to image issue though. Can't do that with an RGBA UNORM. But we could make it a read write texture, right? So read write texture, group size, convert coordinates, read the current terrain color. So you could do it in 2 compute passes. Wait, I'm so behind. Damn. So behind. Bevy 15.3. 4 days ago. It's a flashbang, but it probably will. Nope. Okay, 4 days ago. Appears to have no README file. Where's my release notes? Give me my release notes. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Hey. It's been fixed. Incorporate OIT. OIT. Pipeline key. So this sounds like a bit of a holy shit, things started freezing. We better patch it release. Makes sense, I guess. Check if the view being extracted has OIT enabled and incorporate the associated bit into the mesh pipeline. I basically have no idea what's going on in the render. Order independent transparency. Previously, this would cause the application to panic. Huh. Okay. Well, it seems like a pretty minor fix, but the other ones sound pretty major. And what went into 15.2 is the other question. Because I remember reading a bit more about that. Missing reflect component, 2D gizmos not always drawn on top, duplicate asset loader registration warning, text alignment for unbounded text, type registration for picking, clip outlines using the local clipping rect, UI anti-aliasing clamp, hash, skybox rotation, handle lifetime, fixed version of UUID. All right. Okay. Well, anyway, we've got it. We've got it now. We have got it, haven't we? It looks like we built Let's make sure we still run. Wait, can I go check? What? What just happened? Why didn't that give me my run? Now Rust Analyzer is going to freak out because it's checking everything. Ah. Hmm. Oh, I haven't been managed to catch a Maud stream since they've been back. I'm really regretting that. I wonder if they're live today. Clock probably is. Let's have a quick sneak peek. Turn the sound off. Turn the sound off. We have. Oh, Matt Bird's quest is on. We do not have a Maud or a Clonk. Who have we got from the team? Let's find that out. We got Automate Games gets a shout out. We got Practical. We got Grumble, Exo, Kani, The Danger, Wolby, Lakey. I don't know that one. Lake A Gaming. Stevie Ray Drawn and Creative Waste. Let me make sure I am sub to them. I am. I mean, not subbed, but followed. Cool. All right. So why did when I hit my run thing? Ah, here we go. Run home. Must have just needed a build. That is panicking. Oh, right. Because of the image type thing that we were playing around with. Fair enough. Yeah. I was trying to get basically match any version of the two different image types that I could possibly use. If we look at this, we can probably tell. Yeah, we'll change that back. Probably change that back. This one again, yep. So messing with image types all over the place, basically. Okay. Was that definitely what I should have done? Yeah, I think so. And then we'll do 15.2 from this. Wait, did that say? Oh, 15.3. Right. So I've got to go 15.3. Duh. 15.3. Okay. It was only like 2 patches anyway. Okay, so we'll do 15.3. May as well stay current. And then we will look at this double compute shader issue. See if we can make it work for us. I mean, it's worth a try. It's worth a try. It's worth a try. Because I've been blocked on this for so long that I've lost sight of actually building the thing that I was trying to build in the first place. It's been really interesting. I've learned a lot, but it's time to move on. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. So I need to know about compute shader passes. Compute shader passes. What can I get? Vivi can't support the use of compute shaders with an ECS. Retrieve data back from the GPU. Oh, this is old. There's definitely ways to do that now. That's 2 years old. Um, writing a compute chat is the hardest thing I've ever done. Uh, Still haven't read the data back out of the buffer. Sending data to GPU is rather cheap, but readback is expensive and async. So ideally keep it on the GPU. Otherwise, the tremendous gain in performance will be lost. Okay. Exploring compute shaders in Bevy. See, this would be really good because Chris's stuff is good, but it's 2022. Compute pass. Let's read the docs for this. In progress recording of a compute pass. It can be created with command encoder begin compute pass. Yeah, that doesn't tell me a lot. My mental model of this is that we do one pass to modify the terrain, so to destroy pixels, in other words, or make them alpha 0. And we do a second pass to do collision detection. So, which of the characters in the game are standing next to alpha 1 pixels and which aren't? I'm not sure if that needs separate passes or if you can just do one function and then the other function. I don't know. I feel like it needs separate passes. Let's ask the LLM to generate descriptions. Explain compute shader passes. Yeah. Unlike traditional rendering passes, compute passes don't have a fixed pipeline. I don't know if that's true. The name passes implies that they can be run in sequence. Is this correct? So this is what I'm wondering. Each pass operates on the output of the previous pass. Set up multiple compute passes in your rendering systems. Insert render set queue. Okay. These can be useful for ordering, but you almost never want to add your systems to these sets. Okay. Good, I guess. Do I want to go down this road? I feel like I do. So what have we got at the moment? In collision, we've got this compute thing. And we set up a pipeline. Where are we? Is that bind group? Yeah, collisions pipeline. Bind group pipeline. Shared stages compute. Bind group layout entry sequential. Queue compute pipeline. We need to alter the bind group for each new level because the image we're passing to the compute shader changes each time we load a level. See, I wonder if we weren't using... Oh, shit. See, if we weren't using render to texture, would we need to do that kind of image swapping business that we were doing before? I feel like if we closely follow what they do in Compute Shader Game of Life, we can probably do something very similar because they change each image as well. Mm. The thing is, the Compute Shader Game of Life doesn't have any other sprites or anything else going on. So I feel like I could put the image that I'm working with on a mesh, alter the image, check the image to see if there are collisions, and then just keep going. That's what it seems like. Let's do a couple things. Let's look at Bevy examples to see if there are any instances of render set queue. I think that's right. Did I get that right? In examples. Oh, yeah. Custom phase item. Queue custom phase item and set render set queue. And render set prepare. Okay. 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 So people do it. Force Bevy to rebuild the bin. Hmm. What else we got? Any other examples? Custom render phase again. Shader instancing. Renders a mesh multiple times in one draw call. Batch and instance your meshes, assuming you use the same handle. Advanced users, custom instancing. Try the built-in instancing. Wow. People are doing shit like that. Specialized mesh pipeline. So it's like you can queue, you can prepare and then queue, prepare and then queue. Prepare resources. Prepare instance buffers. So what does that do? Render device, create buffer with data. Insert instance buffer. Instance material data. Okay. Hmm. Mesh 2D manual. That kind of sounds like what I'm trying to do. Manually render 2D items using mid-level render APIs with a custom pipeline. It doesn't use the material 2D abstraction, but changes the vertex buffer to include vertex color. Oh, get for upstream main. Get stash. Okay. What was it called? Mesh 2D manual. I wonder if the double compute shader would absolutely rule it out on WASM. Probably would. I think it was the thing. I think the limiting factor was using the image as the texture, but I can't remember. Or maybe it was the buffer. No, image as the texture. I mean, storage texture. Hey, it is a nice star. Okay. Manually render items using mid-level render APIs. Add system startup star. Mesh from scratch. Custom pipeline for 2D meshes with vertex colors. Specialized. Okay, this is stuff I don't think I really need. Um, so if I look at my collision compute shader, all I'm doing is why is my compute work group size 1? Oh, because you run it once every time. Yeah. Okay. And so the LLM is suggesting this. Maybe if I pass it the input of collision, it can give me an example of how we could modify it so that I can understand the passes thing in more detail. The trouble is it's like a good number of versions behind. Given the provided compute pipeline, demonstrate how this could be modified to add a second compute, to add a preceding compute pass named foo. So I want to see how they fit together, basically. This is just my existing code. See what bullshit it comes up with. Oh my god, that prepare bind group function. It's getting a little excessive. Much of update would not be necessary any longer. What I'm mostly interested in is how it sets things up. Hmm. It's really just created duplicates. And it's way too complex. Yeah, okay, that was bullshit. All right. So much for that idea. Um, is there an example anywhere that talks about passes, custom post processing, custom render pass that runs after the main pass and reads the texture generated by the main pass? I mean, that's kind of what we're trying to do. The settings will be a component that lives in the main world, extracted through render world every frame. Hmm. Where does it read the texture that was generated? What bind group layout do we actually use? Normally, you would create a bind group in the queue set, but this doesn't work with the post process write. Each post process write will alter the source destination. The only way to have the correct source destination for the bind group is to make sure you get it during the node execution. That's interesting because that's kind of the problem that I was having. Make sure to use the source view. Use the sampler created for the pipeline. Set the settings binding. Maybe I should be using this approach. Hmm. That's actually kind of promising. So, how do they deal with the image format? Or maybe they don't, because this probably isn't a compute shader. That's the other difficulty. But maybe it doesn't matter. So, post process source, what exactly is that? Let's look at this in the editor, custom post processing. Let's look at the bind group. Sources of texture view. Okay. So we'll start a new post-process write, obtaining two texture views from the view target, a source and a destination. Source is the current main texture, and you must write into destination because calling post-process write on the view target will internally flip the view target's main texture to the destination texture. Failing to do so will cause the current main texture information to be lost. All right. Maybe this can't be a compute shader. Hmm. Okay. Well, I've made a dent. I've updated a few things, and we're just getting back into the swing of things. So I'm not going to push too hard. It's discouraging, though. I need to find a way to do this. It reads the texture generated by the main pass. Is there such a thing as a post-processing compute shader? What could we search for? This. Any other examples? GPU readback. So yeah, I've looked at this one before, but I don't necessarily want to get the entire thing. I don't want to copy the GPU texture every time. We're already doing this, but I don't want to copy the entire thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it some more. Like I haven't done enough of that lately. Take it easy, lurker.